Thank you for joining as we walk through the Geneva College online housing selection process. This video will guide all returning students through the process of how to apply for housing online for the fall semester. Please keep in mind that the following process will only be made available to those who are registered for 12 or more class credits in the fall. Students who are not registered will not be able to receive housing until they have registered for their courses. Before beginning the online housing selection process, all groups of roommates should agree upon one roommate who will be their room representative. This person will be responsible for selecting all roommates and making sure everything is complete before your room assignment can be solidified. We encourage you to choose a room representative that is organized, timely, and a good communicator. The housing selection process has 3 steps. Step 1, housing application. Step 2, roommate selection, and Step 3, room selection. Each step will require different levels of participation from groups of roommates, so please pay close attention as we walk through each step. Every residential student must complete Step 1, the housing application. This application can be found conveniently on each student's personal MyGeneva account. Once you have logged in to your MyGeneva, you will need to select the icon or tab called Student Information. Once selected, use the left navigation bar to click on Housing Selection. This will bring you to Step 1 of the housing selection process, the housing application. All individuals that make up a group of roommates must complete their own housing application. You must first click on the link Housing Application Returning Students. This will take you to the first page of the application that includes instructions on how to complete the application. The second page will populate some general personal information that is necessary for the process. At the bottom of this page, you must select your room representative's name. If you are your own room representative, you will be permitted to select your own name as well. On the next page, you will complete your preferences related to building, floor, and anything else you want us to know about your desires for housing. We have included links to our website to see various room layouts and pictures, as well as hall charts with specific room numbers and location in the building for you to select from. Should you not have many preferences, you will still be able to complete this application and leave any parts of it blank with the exception of anything that has a red star next to it. We ask that all sets of roommates communicate clearly about their preferences so that the information provided on each individual application is consistent among roommates. In the event that information on applications are contradictory for a set of roommates, we will default to the room representative's application. Complete all pages of the application completely and thoroughly. On the final page, after reading and agreeing to the prompt, be sure to click Submit so that your application can be processed. Once your application is submitted, you should get a notice informing you that your application is complete. Once all roommates have completed the housing application, it is now time to move on to Step 2, roommate selection. Only the room representative will be responsible for completing this step of the housing selection process. In order to complete Step 2, room representatives can click the link on this page, or they can go back to the side navigation panel, click on Housing Selection, Roommate Request. Here, room representatives will select the 2020-21 Fall Student Session, and then click the Request Roommate link. All roommate names must be selected one by typing their name in the box. Room representatives should repeat this process until they have typed in all their desired roommate names, clicking Submit after each name. Once the room representative selects all their desired roommates, the selected roommates will receive an email indicating that they must log into MyGeneva and accept or decline the request, which will be found on the housing selection page. Step 2 of the housing selection process is not complete until all roommates have accepted the request sent to them. The room representative will be able to track if the request has been accepted or declined by each roommate on their My Geneva roommate selection tab. Once all roommates have accepted, step 2 is complete. At this point in the process, Residence Life staff will proceed to step 3 of the process, room selection. All room preferences from the housing application will be taken into consideration, and rooms will be selected by Residence Life for groups of roommates. All applications will be ordered based on class status, seniors, juniors, and so on, and then by GPA. In the rare occasion that students have the same class status and the same GPA, Residence Life will look at the date and time of an application submission as the deciding factor between two students if necessary. Once Residence Life has completed step 3 on behalf of all students, all groups of roommates will be contacted with their final room assignment at a later date. So sit back and relax, as this process will take time to solidify all housing assignments, but rest assured as we are working diligently to get this information to you as soon as we are able. If a group of roommates do not receive any of their desired preferences, Residence Life will find the next best room for groups, or in some cases, will be contacting students to discuss implications of their particular room situation. Mark your calendars for the dates provided by Residence Life regarding when the housing selection process will go live. Be sure to get all parts of the application process complete before the application closes. If there are any questions about the process or challenges with the application, please contact Residence Life at housing@geneva.edu, and we will get back in touch with you as soon as possible.